so we're going to start with elbow flexion first. So I'm going to loop my arm under his, and I'm going to make sure to have my hand over the top of the shoulder and the scapula. Okay, and then I'm going to lift up with my body. There's no reason to go any more than about just that 90-degree angle. So I'm going to hold for about 10 to 15 seconds. Same thing over here. I'm going to loop my arm under the forearm and down under the bicep and hold this on top of the shoulder over here. And especially with the right shoulder, you want to be careful of the subluxation. Okay, and that also doesn't need to go much more than about 90. And this side, on the right side, you really want to make sure you're supporting under the arm. Have your arm down by your side. You support up here again. And bring back a little bit. You don't have to go extremely far with this one. Hold for about 10 to 15 seconds. And then same thing over here. And support up here. Back just a little bit. Okay, and then for shoulder abduction, similar stance to the shoulder flexion. You support up here under the arm, and this again doesn't really need to go much more than about 90 degrees. Hold 10 to 15 seconds. Side, same as the other, except the right side. Just pay special attention to that subluxation. Hold not much more than 90. Alright, and then for some horizontal abduction, similar stance, you're going to support over here. Just go back a little bit for that nice stretch. And you can also, right in here, you can apply some deep pressure. Kind of massage that area a little bit while you hold the shoulder and scapular area. And again, 10 to 15 seconds. Horizontal abduction. See that here. Again, just support up here. And then just stretch out the elbow. And this one has a pretty hard end feel, so it's going to be a lot tighter than the other positions. But just holding that stretch again for about 10 to 15 seconds. Holding up here, kind of helping your body to stretch out that elbow for some extension. Alright, for external rotation, this one you have to be careful to apply some good support under the elbow, as well as holding up by the shoulder and scapula. And then you're going to use your body and your forearm to bring the arm back a little bit, and you want to stay pretty much as tucked to your side with the arm as you can, supporting under the elbow and stretching back against your body while supporting up here by the shoulder. And then for the right side in particular, really make sure you have a good base of support under the elbow because of the subluxation. Holding up here by the shoulder and scapula, and then stretching back using your forearm and your body. And then pronation and supination. So for supination, bringing the palm into the palm up position, holding around here in front of the wrist and the forearm, supporting under the elbow, and stretching back like this. 10 to 15 seconds. And pronation, very similar, but bringing the wrist in a palm down position. Same thing on the right side, so you can give some support into the elbow. And then with your fingers and your palm on the top of the wrist, bringing a palm up position for supination and holding. Then bringing the palm down for pronation. And for some wrist extension, you can support under the forearm and with fingers in the palm, bring the wrist back. You can also help to close the fingers a little bit too, bringing the wrist back, because that'll help with that tenodesis grip where they automatically flex a little bit. So hold those back. And then flexing the wrist down a little bit as well and holding. Right, and then for wrist extension on the right, same thing, bringing the wrist back with the fingers in the palm. And hold the fingers down into the flex position to help with that tenodesis grip. And then flexion downwards, you can hold. And then on the right side, when you're in that wrist extension position, if you start to get some of the clonus in the hand, you can put some pressure on the flexor muscle bellies down below, so at the bottom of the forearm. Applying a little bit of pressure can help to alleviate some of that tremor.